There are couples who hide their relationship, and then there are couples who simply can't hide it. Jikook falls into the latter category, and this video is the ultimate proof. First, a clue related to Busan surfaced, potentially revealing a long-standing, unspoken encounter. Then, curious coincidences in Jungkook's preferences led many fans to connect the dots once again. But things got even more intriguing when a simple birthday celebration turned into one of the most chaotic and talked about moments between them. As if that weren't enough, we also have new footage showing something that seems to remain constant: Jungkook's need to stay close to Jimin. And finally, we see a scene during a dinner that leaves an undeniable tension. Stay tuned until the end because things are about to get even more intense. In a Busan restaurant, a picture hangs that tells a very special story. Jikook ate there together in 2024. This makes it clear that when they have free time away from work, they choose to use it to be together in their hometown. It's not just any old thing, it's proof that even with their busy schedules, they make time to share a meal alone in the place where they grew up. It's very touching to see how, instead of being apart, they choose to enjoy these days off as a couple, confirming that their relationship is their number one priority whenever they have the opportunity to disconnect from the outside world. Jimin recently shared that it had been a very long time since he'd had a real vacation in Busan because his previous visits were always very quick work trips where he couldn't even breathe. So, knowing that this time Jimin was able to stay peacefully and that Jungkook was there with him confirms that this wasn't just another work trip. It was time they chose to be together and experience a moment of calm. For those of us who follow them, this is a very clear sign of their relationship, because it shows us that they value their time alone above all else and that they take great care of each other when they're away from the cameras. Learning these details later only makes everything make more sense and demonstrates how close they are. Although many people may not realize what it means, for those of us who follow Jikook, it's obvious that this painting in the restaurant is a testament to their closeness. Jungkook recently told us that his favorite flavor is lemon and lime, and this caught the attention of many people for a very important reason. If we look closely, Jimin has also mentioned that vongole is his favorite food, and when you see the drinks they each choose, everything starts to connect. The most curious thing, and one we can't overlook, is that Jungkook's drink is a very striking yellow. That same yellow color is always used to identify Jikook in all the content we see. It's as if Jungkook is giving us a small but real clue about what's going on between them. Although for some people this might seem insignificant, we know it's not. Jungkook is very careful with what he says and shows, and his drink having that specific yellow color is no coincidence. It's a way for them to maintain a constant visual connection, something that's there, right in front of our eyes, all the time. It's like a secret code they give us, where the color that represents their bond appears precisely in what Jungkook chooses to drink. It's a simple and direct way of telling us that, even in their personal tastes, they still share the same colors that identify them as a couple. All these clues help us understand that what we see between Jimin and Jungkook is real, and it's in the details of their daily lives. It's not just a flavor or a color, it's the way they make their relationship present in everyday things that we can all see. When we put these things together, we realize that there are no coincidences, but rather constant signs that they are together and share a life. On this very special occasion, they didn't have a traditional birthday candle, so Jungkook decided to improvise in a unique way. He took a chili pepper and placed it on the cake while singing "Happy Birthday." What really caught everyone's attention was seeing how Jungkook, after using the chili pepper as a candle, casually put it in his mouth. At that precise moment, Jimin started laughing uncontrollably, completely losing his composure at Jungkook's antics. Seeing Jimin laugh so hard at something Jungkook did confirms the strong connection they share when they're together. For those familiar with Korean culture, we know that sometimes using a chili pepper in joking situations can have a humorous meaning related to more private or risque topics. Therefore, seeing Jimin's reaction, unable to contain his laughter at Jungkook's action, makes us think that they share a very intimate code of humor that only they fully understand. It's clear that at that moment, Jungkook's gesture was a joke specifically designed to make Jimin laugh, and it worked better than anyone expected. This moment is a perfect example of how they act when they're together in a relaxed setting. Whether they're in front of others or in a private moment, the energy between them shifts, and chaos, as we say, is guaranteed. The way Jungkook knows exactly what to do to make Jimin laugh so much demonstrates how well they know each other and the trust they have. In the end, the only thing that's clear is that their relationship is full of fun and unique moments that only the two of them can create, reinforcing the special connection they share as a couple. It's quite remarkable how much effort it takes for Jungkook to remove his arm from Jimin's shoulders when they're walking or spending time together. In plain sight, it's obvious that Jungkook prefers to keep Jimin close to him at all times. This gesture of always having his arm around Jimin's shoulder isn't fleeting, it's a constant way for Jungkook to express his closeness. It's clear that for him, having Jimin by his side is the most natural thing in the world, and he has no intention of stopping, regardless of who's watching or where they are. The most valuable thing to observe is that even when they're surrounded by many other people or their bandmates, Jungkook's feelings for Jimin remain the same and don't change at all. Many people might think they would act differently in public, but the reality is that Jungkook always seeks that physical contact with Jimin. It's beautiful to see how, despite all the noise and activities they have, Jungkook feels calm and secure when he's with Jimin, demonstrating that being close to him is always his priority. This behavior from Jungkook shows us that their bond goes far beyond a simple friendship. The difficulty he feels in letting go of Jimin shows us that he deeply values every second they share. For the fans who observe them, it's direct proof that his feelings are real and profound. Seeing these images, it's clear that, for Jungkook, Jimin is the most important person, and that's why he always chooses to keep him by his side, reaffirming time and again that their relationship as a couple is strong and very special. When Jimin and Jungkook sit down to dinner together, the atmosphere shifts completely, creating an intensity that's impossible to ignore. Many have noticed that, in those moments when they're sharing a meal, the way they look at each other speaks volumes. It's not just about eating, it's the way they both maintain their unwavering attention on one another, demonstrating that their connection is truly strong and that, in that private space, they are the sole focus of the scene. The way they share their food, the unhurried pace of their conversation, and the way they respect each other's personal space make it clear that there's an absolute comfort, typical of two people who know each other perfectly and deeply value these moments alone. What we see in their eyes during these dinners is a complicity that goes far beyond simple friendship. There's a clear tension that all of us who follow Jikook can perceive, and it's something they don't hide when they feel they're in a more intimate setting. It's as if the world disappears around them and only the two of them matter. These kinds of moments confirm that when the cameras are off or they choose to have their private dinners, the reality of their relationship is revealed for what it truly is, a deep connection where affection and mutual attention come first. This reality is palpable every time we see them sharing a meal, as their physical reactions, the subtle gestures when passing food to each other, and their closeness while seated are signs that confirm what happens between them without the need for labels. This way of interacting during meals is something that happens constantly, reaffirming that it's not casual or planned for others. It's simply the reflection of a relationship that has solidified over time, where trust and affection are felt in every movement. When we see them dining, we notice that they aren't distracted by their surroundings, but rather maintain total focus on each other, which is the purest sign that their minds and hearts are connected. For those of us who analyze these details, it's clear that dinner isn't just about satisfying hunger, but a perfect excuse to strengthen their bond, demonstrating to any observant eye that their love flows naturally and sincerely. Ultimately, it's obvious to everyone that there's a special connection between Jimin and Jungkook that no one can deny. The way they act when they're sitting together, needing nothing more than to be present, shows us that they love each other in a unique way. These calm moments, where they simply enjoy each other's company at a table, are the clearest proof that their relationship is real. Every look and every gesture during these dinners confirms that Jikook is a real, established couple, and that they value every second they can spend alone together, making it clear that their love is something that can't be hidden, not even in the most mundane details of their daily lives. The mural of Jimin and Jungkook located in Gamcheon, a meeting place that was painstakingly restored by the black and white team, recently suffered some unfortunate damage that affects us all as a community. This isn't just a painted wall, it's a place lovingly created by fans to honor the boys and celebrate their special bond. It's incredibly sad and frustrating to see that, just 2 weeks after such meticulous work, someone decided to stick a poster directly over the image. When they tried to remove the poster, the paint peeled off along with it, severely damaging a piece that had just been restored so we could all enjoy and admire it properly. We can't ignore the fact that these kinds of actions, far from being a gesture of support, represent a complete lack of respect for the time, effort, and money that the black and white team invested in keeping this place pristine. We fully understand that there are hundreds of other public spaces, posts, and walls where gatherings, parties, or any other type of social activity can be advertised. However, the Gamcheon mural should not be used as an advertising platform under any circumstances. This space is a symbol of our admiration for Jimin and Jungkook, and using it for personal purposes that end up destroying what we have worked so hard to care for deeply hurts all of us who feel this place is ours. What hurts us most as fans is knowing that this space was designed by fans for fans, with the sole purpose of paying sincere tribute to the story that Jimin and Jungkook share. Seeing such damage happen so quickly after a restoration is incredibly frustrating, because we know how much it means to our community to have a place like this in Busan. Therefore, we want to send all our support to the black and white team, who, despite situations like this, continue to work tirelessly to care for this very special place. Respecting the work of others and caring for the spaces dedicated to our artists is the most direct and clear way to demonstrate that we truly value the legacy and story of Jimin and Jungkook. In closing, it's essential that we all become more aware of the importance of our behavior in places that hold deep meaning for our community. The mural is an emblem of the bond between Jimin and Jungkook, and preserving it in good condition is a shared responsibility of everyone who visits it. We hope this incident serves as a wake-up call so that, from now on, the artist's space and the efforts of those who have dedicated themselves to keeping it beautiful are respected to the fullest. Our greatest demonstration of affection for them is not only to follow their music but also to protect the places that represent them, preventing any damage and ensuring that this mural remains a meeting point filled with respect, admiration, and love for the history that unites us all. The impact of Jimin's performances in his hometown of Busan was so powerful that South Korean media didn't hesitate to bestow upon him the definitive title of God of Entertainment. During the concerts on May 12 and 13 at the Busan Asiad Main Stadium, Jimin captivated the entire audience with a perfect blend of energy, professional charisma, and an emotional intensity that only he can convey when he steps onto a stage. It was a historic event for all the group's fans, as Jimin demonstrated, with every note and every dance move, why he is capable of electrifying a packed stadium, making it clear that his connection to Busan is the driving force behind his unparalleled artistic talent. During the BTS World Tour in Busan, Jimin shone in a sheer black outfit with leather details that became an iconic image of those nights. However, beyond the aesthetics, what truly left a mark on the attendees was his flawless execution. With a powerful voice and dance moves that combined precision with spectacular technical smoothness, Jimin dominated the stage from beginning to end. In songs like Magic Shop, he showcased his ability to reach impressive high notes with complete control, and he closed the show with Into the Sun, where he included vocal improvisations that elevated the concert to a higher level. This blend of versatile style and commanding stage presence further solidified his status as a true master of entertainment before the entire nation. The most profound and meaningful part of these performances was the words Jimin shared with the audience at the end of the show. With absolute sincerity and visibly moved, he expressed how happy he was to be able to sing and dance in his homeland on such a significant occasion. In a gesture of humility that touched us all, he dedicated a special moment to thank his childhood teachers who were present in the stadium, acknowledging that his personal and artistic growth has been possible thanks to the foundation they laid for him when he was just a young apprentice. This expression of gratitude wasn't just a formality, but a genuine acknowledgement of his roots, demonstrating that despite his global fame, Jimin remains grounded and deeply values those who shaped him from the beginning. Furthermore, Jimin delivered a heartfelt message of gratitude to the fans for their unwavering support over the past 13 years. He mentioned that this constant affection has been the cornerstone that has allowed all the group members to mature in a healthy and professional way. In his own words, he thanked everyone for being by his side every step of the way and asked them to continue together through the challenges that lie ahead. Jimin concluded his speech with a clear promise to repay all that loyalty with even higher quality music. This declaration of intent demonstrates his absolute commitment to his art and to the people who have supported him, reinforcing the bond between the artist and his audience. This event in Busan wasn't just a series of successful concerts, but a powerful statement about Jimin's identity as an artist. Watching him perform in his hometown, surrounded by his people and sharing his success with those who shaped his journey, it's clear that his loyalty and gratitude are as immense as his technical skill on stage. For all of us who admire the members' careers, this recognition from the press as the god of entertainment is simply a reflection of what we already knew. Jimin has the unique gift of transforming any stage into a magical place, making each of his performances an unforgettable experience that strengthens the bond with everyone who accompanies him. His performance in Busan will be remembered as a milestone of professionalism, passion, and love for his hometown.